Hey guys, Sandwich here, and today I'm talking to you about the 9 new character classes featured in Black Ops 3, otherwise known as Specialists. Specialists are identified by their unique call sign. Each has their own special ability and special weapon. You must choose between either the weapon or the ability before entering a match, and both cannot be used at the same time. These abilities or weapons become available after enough time has passed and or score has been earned in a game. A circular gauge in the bottom right corner will display how long until the special ability or weapon is available for use. The time it takes for the gauge to fill depends entirely on the weapon or ability being used. 4 of the specialists are available at level 1 in multiplayer, the others must be unlocked by reaching a certain level. Before you can use a specialist, you must unlock either the special weapon or ability and equip it. The first specialist we'll talk about is Ruin. His real name is Donnie Walsh. He was raised in a military family in a tough neighbourhood. He's fearless, headstrong, an infantry soldier through and through. He uses his unique abilities to rush into battle and surprise the enemy with sheer force. His weapon is gravity spikes, which create a devastating area of effect shockwave in the surrounding area, and his ability is overdrive, which initiates a burst of speed that accelerates all movement for a short period of time. Ruin's a pretty agile specialist, and his gravity spikes, when active, give a good exit strategy if under a lot of fire. They are also mean weapons to surprise unsuspecting enemies with. Also, if using his special ability, he can also remove himself from sticky situations by boosting off and out of sight. Secondly, we have Outrider. Her real name is Alessandra Castillo. She developed keen observation skills growing up in the streets of the favela, traversing the rooftops to watch the action of the city below, and this earned her a place in the ranks of the Brazilian Special Forces. She outsmarts enemies by finding them before they have a chance to know what hit them. Her weapon is Sparrow, which is a compound bow with explosive bolts and variable range, and the ability is Vision Pulse, which pings the surrounding area and tags the location of all enemies within a range for a period of time. Sparrow is a fantastic weapon on its own. A bow with explosive arrows is never a bad thing. These bolts can be fired at surfaces to create explosions nearby to damage enemies without actually hitting them directly. Outrider's ability is also quite remarkable, but does have one drawback. When using the ability, you can outline other players through walls, and while this might be a good thing, those players can also see where that ping came from on their minimap, and if they have the awareness, they can set up and get ready to return fire. Third on the list is Prophet. His real name is David Wilkes. Wilkes got his first set of cybernetic augmentations while serving in the British Engineering Corps. 5 years and many upgrades later, he is the embodiment of cutting edge of human weaponry on the battlefield, using his superior technology to disrupt opponents' tactics before moving in for the kill. Prophet's weapon is Tempest, which is a charged shot weapon that fires an arc of electricity, shocking targets and chaining to all nearby enemies. His ability is Glitch, which lets him flash back to a previous position with the system mod that hacks the battlefield simulation grid. Tempest is amazing. If there are any number of enemies close to each other, one bolt from the Tempest is enough to chain from player to player, earning you the kill. The one drawback is the small charge time it takes to fire the bolt itself. Glitch is fantastic, but it can be hard to grasp in the beginning. It's a great escape tactic if there weren't enemies from the direction you came, but also a great initiation if being chased by a group of enemies. The ability to teleport behind them and engage is great. Up fourth is Battery. Her real name is Erin Baker. The only daughter and youngest child of 5 siblings, Erin Baker always had to fight to get her way, following in the family tradition of over 100 years of military service and watching her brothers enter the US Army one by one. She finally graduated high school and enrolled herself. Driven to excel by her ongoing rivalry with her brothers, she volunteered for Airborne School before crushing the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program. Heavily armoured, she fearlessly operates ahead of the front lines, nimbly traversing urban environments as she destroys HVTs with salvos of advanced high-explosive munitions. Her weapon is War Machine, which is a grenade launcher that fires time-fused bouncing frag grenades which explode on contact with an enemy. And the ability is Kinetic Armor, which is charged electrically reactive armor that sublimates enemy bullets on contact, turning them into a vapor which dissipates harmlessly. War Machine is great because you can fire grenades across the map and not have to worry about them. They bounce, and if they directly hit the player, they just explode. And kinetic armor, while being a good way to take less bullet damage, you are also prone to headshots and non-bullet damage, so score streaks and any other types of damage like grenades. That is all for this video. Next video I will talk about the last 4 specialists that we know of. Keep your eye on the channel, subscribe if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and comment what you'd like me to do next.